Okay, girls, it is crazy late at night, but it's actually 1:41 in the morning. But I started to write up my next class, which was the Keep Submitting and Don't Give Up. And then I thought to myself, I'm just gonna record myself talking to you so you feel like I'm talking to you one-on-one, because I feel like this is the one that needs probably the most love and support that you could get, because so I'm just going to tell you my story of how I first got picked up. And by the way, my hair is, you know, a little crazy, and I'm in jammy sweats, so you're just going to have to ignore that. And I don't have any makeup on either, so this is Heidi all natural. Anyways, okay, so when I first started, well, let me go back even a step further. So when I was sick this one winter, I had a best friend. She showed up at my house and she said to me, hey, I found this really awesome magazine and I know you like scrapbooking, and it's called Creating Keepsakes. And that was the first time I had ever heard of the magazine. And this was probably about 6.5 years ago. I had bronchitis. I get it every winter, and I'm sure you girls will hear more about that when winter rolls around again. But anyways, so I was flipping through the magazine and I saw inside the magazine this teeny tiny little print towards the back that said, if you would like to submit, we would love to see your work. And so, and it also gave me an online link to their site. So I went on there, and they just so happened to have an open call for a couple things. I don't remember what the calls were, but I faithfully submitted everything I could, and even made a few things, and waited and waited and waited. And I saw on a message board that the calls had actually already gone out, and I was so bummed and I was so heartbroken. And I probably did that for about another 3 to 4 months. And after the 4th month, I just started to feel so heartbroken and so frustrated, because I felt like my stuff wasn't good enough, and I felt like, oh, I'm not going to try anymore. And I just decided that I wanted to give up, and I was complaining to my husband, and my husband said, well, your stuff is good. You should just keep submitting. And so I did. I kept submitting, and it was about the 6th month, I ended up getting an email from an editor. And I was so excited, because she had asked if she could pick up one of my layouts for a special assignment that she was working on. She was a brand new editor, and her name was Brittany Mellon at the time. Anyways, so she picked up something. And then the very next month, that was for CK. Then the very next month, I had Memory Makers pick up 2 layouts. And I was so excited, because I couldn't believe that I went from nothing to having 3 things picked up in such a short amount of time. So the reason why I'm sharing this story, and the reason why I'm videotaping myself, I keep looking at my my little battery bar to make sure the battery doesn't die, if you keep wondering what I'm looking at. But the reason why I'm sharing this story with you is because I wanted to give up, and if I didn't stay and keep trying, I would have lost out on being published over 100 times now. And in my other class that I talked about with titles and journaling, when I started getting published, the editors in the very beginning, they would literally ask you to change 10 things on a page. And it wasn't because they were trying to be mean or hurtful or tell you that they don't love you or think you're any less talented than the other designers, but they were trying to teach us, and I almost call it scrapbook boot camp with the editors. They were trying to teach us how to design, because I didn't go to design school. I just loved scrapbooking. I loved putting a piece of paper and a picture together, and I thought, oh, I'll call it a day. But the editors saw more, and so I took their advice and I took their tips, and I did everything they basically asked me to do. Anyways, so my advice for you girls is that submit. know that sometimes it can take up to 6 months for them to recognize your name, to, you know, say, oh, I've seen this girl submit a few times. I think I'm going to look into that a little bit more. Now here's the other thing. When you submit, you will see that there is just a generic email. It's usually, I think it's like editing@creatingkeepsakes.com. I think something like that. Anyways, the reason why I'm telling you that is because every single magazine has a gatekeeper. The gatekeeper is the person who sorts those emails. They go through all of those emails and they see the subject. So if you don't put the subject on your email, they will not know who it goes to, and it usually will not make it unless they decide to open it by your luck. So make sure you title your emails properly. Make sure you let them see your name a bunch. Never submit at the end of a call. Always submit at the beginning, because the further down the list you get, they might have already filled a spot. I know that Paper Crafts, they do it all by voting, and they do it all by, they basically don't know who you are. So make sure you never, ever, ever put your watermark on your card, because I know that they will not even let people vote because they know who it was that submitted that card. So you might not want to do that. Anyways, okay, this video is going way too long. So keep submitting. You can do it. Ask me all the questions you have. I have a ton of answers because I've been through it, and I have been submitting and being published for a long time now. So if anyone's, going to be here for you, it's going to be me and the other girls that are on the team that have had success. We are your support team, and we want and know you can do it because we think you're talented. So that's pretty much it. And I'm going to shut this off so I can wrap it up and go to bed. All right.